What's up, YouTube? Got a yo-yo review to do today. This is my friend Dylan Kowalski's Hotdiggity Yo-Yo by MagicYoyo. So the Hotdiggity is the signature yo-yo of Dylan Kowalski, and it is a MagicYoyo release that is coming up very, very soon. You can see it says Hotdiggity. There's a little hot dog there that looks kind of like Dylan. Very cool. It says MagicYoyo Dylan Kowalski signature. Boop. This one actually is Dylan's. I don't have one yet. This is one of the prototypes, I guess, that they sent to Dylan. Although this is basically what the final product is going to be. They're on their way to stores right now. I know I've already talked to Jeremy McKay over at Return Top Shop. Jeremy Mr. Yo-Yo Thrower. They're already on their way to him. So he's going to have them. They're going to be on Amazon. I would suggest getting them from Return Top Shop. Jeremy is my friend, and he's always been cool to me. So you should try to pick this up on Return Top Shop when they drop. Keep an eye on it. I will make sure I've got links posted on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. Because I'm going to get one from Return Top Shop. So I think you should do that too. But let's talk about the Hotdiggity. Let's talk about it. Shape-wise, the first thing it sort of reminded me of was the checkpoint. Dylan and I have talked about the checkpoint before. It's a favorite from both of us. We both really enjoy it. As you can see, the diameter is basically the same as the checkpoint. Pretty similar there. Whole profile is a little different. The wing is a little less wing. It's a little more V, a little less W than the checkpoint. And the width is also pretty similar. Almost dead on to just as wide as the checkpoint. So if you like the checkpoint and the size of it, this is about the same size. This actually feels a little lighter than the checkpoint pivot. I would say this is probably right around 65 grams, which is a great weight for a yo-yo of this size. But there's still big rims here. Look how big these rims are. You get a lot of power. I guess on the string would compare it to the cadence a little bit. It's sort of like a budget feeling cadence, I guess is the best way to put it. The cadence clearly a very premium feeling, high quality, SF yo-yo. Kieran Cooper uses it to slay competitions. Not that this wouldn't slay competitions, because this is very good as well. But I would kind of put it on the string, say that it kind of feels in the realm of the cadence. It's clearly very different than the cadence, but I would say it's in the same ballpark as the cadence. Big thumb grind lip, as you would expect from Dylan. Finger spin cup that works nicely. Slight bead blast here. Actually, it looks really good. I kind of shine this up a little bit with Monkey Buff, and it really looks like, whoa. This is, I think, one of the ones that Dylan opened on his video. So it's coming to me, and then it's going over to Off-Road Yo-Yo. So keep an eye on Off-Road Yo-Yo as well, because he will also review this and give his thoughts on it. But I really like it. Right out of the box, it had a very familiar sort of shape feel to it. This is definitely a yo-yo that I would see Dylan designing and liking, because it's very, very angular in ways that Dylan likes yo-yos to be shaped. And it thumb grinds, it finger spins, it grinds. It's when I first threw it, I'm like, yeah, this is a Dylan yo-yo. It's actually a little bigger than I thought it was going to be. But it's not a big yo-yo by any stretch of the imagination. But Dylan always says, I kind of like smaller yo-yos. I kind of thought it would be a little smaller, but I really like the size. I really like the shape, and I really like the way it plays. It's really good. I can't wait to get one for my own when they actually drop. This one's not mine; it's Dylan's, but I'm gonna get one later. So let's go ahead and throw this bad boy around, and I'll show you guys how it plays. All right, guys, we are back with the MagicYoyo Hotdiggity. You're going to notice on first throw that it is powerful. Spins a long time, is very stable, and I drop my triangle. Guys, on first throw, you're going to notice it's very powerful. Very stable, long spinning, and just kind of really good for, just a good competition-y spec yo-yo. You're going to dig this. It's hard to find a bad thing to say about how it plays. And because it's that sort of budget metal price, you know, you kind of get like, this is, I would say, probably one of the best designed budget metal MagicYoyo. It's nice and light. It spins a good long time. It's like very modern and American feeling, as opposed to sort of like budget Chinese, which is sort of how I feel like a lot of their cheaper ones from a few years ago played. Grind's very nice. The bead blast in the center. It could be more blasted, and I told that to Dylan. I'm like, kind of wish it was more blasted, but it's fun. It's 7. We'll give it a 7 out of 10 for blasted. Not bad at all. Very, very workable. Just stable and kind of quick and light and nimble, and projections well. Projects well, rather. Comes off the string nice. Or comes off the string nice and just doesn't snag up or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's just it responds well. It does everything you want it to do. Thumb grinds, pretty solid, pretty easy to hit. No real issues there. Nice big thumb grind lip. You'll have no problem hitting thumb grinds. Finger spin cup works very well. I wish it was more blasted in the cup. I wish it was blasted in the cup, but with being not blasted, still fine. Still fine. Should have used thicker string. The gap's a little wide, so I would suggest at least kitty fat. I've got kind of a thinner, just regular Zipline on here right now. So, you know. But Dylan's signature colorway string with Zipline would work very well on this. It's kind of a bigger gap. But the response is good. It's the clear silicone pads, and I'll show you when we take it apart. As far as smoothness is concerned, it's pretty darn smooth. Maybe a little bit of vibe, maybe like 8 out of 10. But for a budget yo-yo, it's very smooth, very nice. And I've taken it apart, Dylan took it apart. So, you know, we could probably tune it back to dead smooth. But it's very nice for a budget yo-yo. Solid. And it's fun to play too. Like, this is good. This is really good. This is probably the best mono metal I think that MagicYoyo's put out. Really, really nice, and really happy for my friend, because he's got a cool signature that he helped design, and it really fits him, you know? It's a budget yo-yo from MagicYoyo. That's sort of what he built the yo-yo portion of his channel on, and this is just a great addition to that. And you're going to want to keep an eye out for these, to pick them up. So let's go ahead and we'll take it apart, and we'll do pros and cons. Alright guys, we're back with the Hotdiggity from MagicYoyo. The other cool thing about this is it's going to come with this sticker. So I'll be very excited to get that sticker. And I think Dylan said he's going to do shirts too. You know, I'll wear a Hotdiggity hot dog shirt. Faux shout. Alright, let's take it apart. So this was actually done really well. As you can see, it sort of rounds over there at the step, which is very nice. That's kind of what lets it sort of hop off the string nimbly, but still kind of, you know, remain stable and stuff. Doesn't click when it comes off the string. It's all very smooth, nice, rounded over, comfy process. Little sort of like indent there, kind of cool. Looks good. It's almost like it gives it sort of a little faux step up. Would make it good for, because of how like kind of wide it is and rim weighted and stuff, it would actually be pretty solid for horizontal as well. I'm not much of a horizontal player, but I think it would work pretty well. The axle's not as short as I thought it was going to be. After I heard Dylan talking about it, I thought it was going to be super short. It's really not that bad. It's not super long. I wouldn't try to crank it down or anything like that, but I don't think you're going to have, just with normal use, any issues. I don't think it's going to strip. The pads are those MagicYoyo like silicone pads. They work well. No real complaints about those. MagicYoyo center track bearing. Spins very nice. This is a great bearing. I don't know when MagicYoyo switched to these bearings, but I like them. These are some of the nicest bearings that exist, and MagicYoyo is using them. So glad that they're in this yo-yo. It's great. It's a great bearing. I don't know if Dylan cleaned it or lubed it or did anything with it before he sent it over to me, but it's in. It spins great. Spins good. Goes back together nice as well. MagicYoyo is really stepping up their machining. They really are. Everything. As I try newer and newer models, the machining gets better and better. Less flaws. This one's pretty much perfect all the way around. No machining marks or anything. Red looks really good too. Like I said, I polished it up a little bit with the monkey buff, and it just looks stellar. All the colors look cool though. The shiny is not my favorite, but it's nice and blasted here, and I feel like that's really where it counts. It needs to be there. In here, the shininess kind of, I guess we're doing pros and cons. In here, the shininess kind of inhibits finger spins a little bit, so you're going to want to try to use more of your fingernail, but definitely doable. Like I said, you're going to want to use thicker string whenever you get this. The gap is a little wider from my estimation, at least for the thin string that I put on it. I needed a little thicker string. I'm going to need a little thicker string to kind of get a nice solid stiff bind out of it, but it's not bad. It's good. Really, you'll be able to use anything. It's really good. Other pros, it's going to be a budget metal. I think it's like 30 bucks. Very nice. Good price for this. Absolutely worth every penny. I'm going to buy one. And gotta support your friends, right? Very nice. And just overall, cool yo-yo. I'm very excited for Dylan, happy for Dylan. I think he did a nice job getting this designed and getting it out there, and it looks great. It plays great, and I'm excited to I'm gonna get a black one. I think that's gonna be the way, black one. But these look awesome, so you're gonna want to keep an eye out for these because lots of pros, budget metal. Only cons really, like I said, I wish it was a little more blasted, but MagicYoyo does lots of runs of different stuff, so maybe a future run will have splashes and be blasted, and who knows, but I think this is going to do really well. I like this yo-yo a lot. Keep an eye out. Once I get one, I'll share it and share where I got it and how to get it and all that stuff, and but it's really cool. Very cool yo-yo. Congrats to Dylan. Hotdiggity by MagicYoyo. You guys are going to want to check it out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please make sure you like and subscribe. I do videos all the time, and cheers to you. I'll see you next time. Starbucks coffee cold's not good.